Hi everyone, my name is Barbara. I'm the owner and founder of Spanish for Kiddos, and today I want to show you something special. Is the Spanish letter recognition that I have a free set for you, as well as what you can do with a lot of the products that we have in our shop. So one of the things is I created this cute little heart-shaped, if you will, or actually we're going to turn this into a butterfly. I'll show you in a minute. And then here are some of the free words that we'll be using today, as well as what you can find as well in the shop. So one of the things we're going to do is actually on this similar page here, and I'll show you a couple of ways that you can do this. Right here, we're going to cut that. And once you cut that out, what I did though is I put them in a different color paper, and as well as the little squares here. So what you do is just simply get a clothespin or any type of clip, and you're just going to put this together this way, just very simply here, like this. Now here we go. I'm going to put it a little bit closer here. Now you can paste this together if you want to, or you can leave it like this. Actually, you can make some little antennas to make it look like a little butterfly. You can pin this here if you want to, but I think it's best over here because you'll see in a minute why you want to have that kind of spacing. So one of the things in there is these cards, and what I did was actually, so once you cut them out, they come out in these little strips here. So once you have that and you cut them out, you have three pieces. So you have the letter print. So in this case, A, and either you can place it here or here. I'm going to place it here because then I'll show you how many different ways you can use this. Then you have the bilingual word agua, water. So that's right here. And then you have the picture of what that is. Agua, water. So agua, water. And then if you want to, and if you just want to only use, for instance, the print and then have the term on the side, what you can do is actually say, okay, so what can start with agua. And so you can go to your card to point that out, agua. Okay, so that's one thing. So let me go ahead and do another example of what I mean. So I put these in a little bit sturdy. Actually, you can laminate these if you want to. I'm going to do, let's see, I'll do B, balde. So I cut these out. Okay. Again, if you want to, you can do your print. Okay, what word can we find with the letter B, balde, bucket, be. Or again, you can place it here one more time and do it back and forth. Okay, so that's one way to do that. So another way, and that's another thing, is like make sure you paste these all the way. If you're going to paste this like on cardstock, I think that's a good way to do that. So another idea that I have here is, for instance, these are the ones that come into our Spanish alphabet workbook, and it comes in different prints, and there's different sets that you can start either learning the alphabet, letter recognition, print awareness, all that good stuff. So one of the things I have in there is actually to practice actually the print C. And then in this case, we're going to have casa. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to put that up here. Casa. Here's what it looks like, and this comes in color. Of course, this shows up black and white, but it does come in color, so it comes out a little different black and white. Or casa, house, casa. Okay, so that is one example. Another example is flor. So here's flor, flower. And so again, practice the print. What is the picture and what is the term? Flor, flower. And then you can actually put these here. What word starts with la F, flor. Okay? And then you can go all the way through with this. Another good thing to do with these is, as I mentioned, when we go back to our C de casa, is our, if you have these already, you probably noticed that you can use it as word wall. You can use these in many different ways as anchor charts, but in this case is casa. You can point out as well as your picture and then point out to your butterfly here, casa. This also goes along with our starter set here that we have as well with different types, and of course you have so many examples in there. It has the whole alphabet where actually you can go through each one of these and actually go to casa, house, and then again I point out that I use the article here, in this case the gender, because we talk about gender in Spanish, is la casa. And then what I suggest is that when you cut these out, put these in order and then paste them so that you can have them all in the correct order instead of cutting them out and accidentally put them in the wrong spot. That sometimes happens. But and again, plenty of examples that you can, and actually you can get a nice workbook like this. You can trim this however you want to. You can hole punch it. You can actually even be a good alphabet book that you can practice over and over. So those are good options that you have there. And another option is if you don't want to cut these hearts, and if you don't want to do that part, and you just want to say, for instance, you just want to laminate this like this, you can just laminate your butterfly, if you will. Instead of using the pen, you can just leave it like this. And then what is that word that can start with se, casa. You can put it here, I guess. And then your picture, casa. Of course, you can do it as well with our free printables here. And what is that letter that starts with wa, water? So here's our water. So what is that? That is agua. Okay, so you have different ways that you can use this, and of course there's more in the starter set, and of course our Spanish alphabet workbook, and you can just do so many different possibilities here with the different words that you have there. So there's tons of practice that you have here as well that you can do. Plenty of practice, and what I suggest you laminate these so as you go along you can practice what those are. So again, this is a great activity to do if you're starting to learn what those letters are in Spanish, or what are you trying to learn as maybe the letter recognition as well as print awareness as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do send me comments, feedback. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you join me for the next video. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.